What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. We're kicking things off with a massive story that's got everyone talking. Conor McGregor has officially pulled out of the race for the Irish presidency. This is huge news, and we've got all the details you need to know. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're also going to break down the latest developments in the Irish presidential election itself. With nominations closing soon, the field is getting crowded, and we'll tell you who's making a serious play for the Aras. And speaking of the presidential race, we've got exclusive insights from the Irish Times political editor, Pat Leahy, and the Business Post's editor, Daniel McConnell. They're diving deep into the political maneuvering and what McGregor's exit means for the election. So stick around, because we've got all this and more coming your way. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the biggest stories. Conor McGregor calls it quits on presidential bid. In a stunning move that has sent shockwaves through Ireland, MMA superstar Conor McGregor has officially withdrawn his candidacy from the upcoming presidential election. This decision comes after significant deliberation, with McGregor citing Ireland's electoral laws as a major hurdle to his ambition. The notorious fighter, known for his outspoken nature and strong stance on immigration, had been a prominent, albeit controversial, figure considering a run for the Aras. His withdrawal highlights the complex nomination process, which requires endorsements from either 20 members of parliament or 4 local government authorities. McGregor expressed frustration with what he called a democratic deficit and a disconnect from the forgotten Irish, who feel unheard by the current political establishment. He stated his commitment to Ireland does not end here, hinting at continued involvement in national discourse. The Irish presidential election, set for October 24th, will see voters choose a successor to Michael D. Higgins. With McGregor out, the race intensifies among confirmed candidates like Catherine Connolly, Jim Gavin, and Heather Humphreys. The upcoming nominations from Sinn Féin and other independent hopefuls add further intrigue to an already dynamic contest. Public reaction has been swift, with many debating McGregor's motivations and the implications of his withdrawal on the broader political landscape. Social media is buzzing with discussions about his criticism of electoral laws and his appeal to a segment of the population feeling marginalized. Analysts are weighing in on how this impacts voter sentiment and the strategies of established political parties. But don't go anywhere, because the political drama is far from over. Next, we'll unpack the latest buzz surrounding the other contenders vying for Ireland's top office. Presidential race heats up as McGregor exits stage left. As the Irish presidential election approaches, the political landscape has been dramatically reshaped by Conor McGregor's decision to step back from his bid. This move, announced on Monday, leaves a significant void and shifts the focus onto the remaining candidates vying for the nation's highest office. McGregor's campaign, or rather his intention to run, brought a unique spotlight to the election, drawing attention to the stringent nomination requirements. He specifically pointed to the need for endorsements from 20 parliament members or 4 local authorities as a barrier for those outside the traditional political sphere. While he has bowed out of the presidential race, McGregor has pledged to remain an active voice in Ireland's political and social conversations, suggesting this is a strategic pause rather than a complete departure from public life. The ripple effect of McGregor's withdrawal is already being felt, with political commentators and the public dissecting its potential impact on voter turnout and the strategies of other candidates. Discussions are ongoing about whether his supporters will gravitate towards other independent candidates, or if his exit signals a broader trend of disillusionment with the established political system. This political shakeup is just the beginning of our deep dive. Get ready, because our next story takes us into the heart of a major sporting and cultural event that's capturing global attention. McGregor's presidential exit, a statement on Irish politics. Conor McGregor, the world-renowned MMA fighter, has officially withdrawn from contention for Ireland's presidency, a move that has ignited a firestorm of debate about the nation's political system and cultural identity. His departure from the race is not just a personal decision, but a commentary on the very structure of Irish electoral law. McGregor's primary reason for withdrawing appears to be the challenging nomination process, which mandates the support of 20 members of parliament or 4 local government bodies. In a detailed statement, he criticized this as a democratic deficit, arguing it disenfranchises the forgotten Irish and perpetuates establishment woke politics. He championed a burgeoning movement of Irish patriots seeking to preserve their cultural heritage and way of life, signaling a potential shift in the national conversation. The MMA icon's foray into politics, however brief, has been marked by controversy, including past legal issues and his association with anti-immigration sentiments. His withdrawal, while disappointing to some of his vocal supporters, has allowed other candidates, such as Catherine Connolly, Jim Gavin, and Heather Humphreys, to gain clearer focus. The upcoming election is set to succeed Michael D. Higgins, who has served since 2011, making this a pivotal moment for Ireland's leadership. The public response has been polarized, with some praising McGregor's critique of the electoral system and others dismissing his political aspirations. Analysts are examining whether his stance will galvanize a particular voting bloc or if it's merely a fleeting moment in the broader political discourse. The debate over cultural and historical origins versus woke politics is resonating widely. But the world of sports and celebrity isn't done surprising us. Next up, we're heading to a different kind of arena where a major event is unfolding that has everyone talking. McGregor steps back, navigating the hurdles of Irish presidency. Conor McGregor, the celebrated MMA fighter and entrepreneur, has announced his withdrawal from the race to become Ireland's next president. This decision comes as a strategic maneuver, acknowledging the significant obstacles presented by the nation's nomination rules, which McGregor found to be a major impediment. McGregor's explanation centered on the difficulties of securing the required endorsements from members of parliament or local councils, particularly for individuals outside the established political circles. He described the nomination process as a substantial barrier, leading him to conclude that proceeding would be unfeasible at this time. Despite the setback, McGregor has vowed to remain an active participant in Ireland's political and social dialogues, indicating a continued commitment to influencing national conversations. The fighter-turned-entrepreneur's decision has sparked considerable discussion regarding the accessibility of political candidacy in Ireland and the role of public figures in national elections. His exit shifts the focus back to the other declared and potential candidates, intensifying the competition for the presidential nomination. The outcome of this election will determine the successor to the current president, Michael D. Higgins, marking a new chapter for the nation. Public and media reactions have focused on McGregor's candid assessment of the nomination process and his promise to stay engaged. Many are speculating on the future impact of his involvement in political discourse and whether his stance will inspire reform in electoral regulations. His strategic pause is seen by some as a calculated move to maintain influence without the direct pressures of a campaign. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to major announcements. Stay tuned as we recap all the top stories you need to know and give you the rundown on what's next. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw Conor McGregor pull out of the Irish presidential race, sending shockwaves through politics. The presidential election itself is heating up with new contenders emerging. We've got all the insights from top political journalists and a look at the drama behind the scenes. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your breaking news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.